Charles Wilhelm has become known as one of the country's top trainers for both horses and people. His approach to training focuses on educating the horse owner alongside their equine partners so they can form a strong bond and achieve an amazing partnership.
Someone asked me the other day, actually a couple of weeks ago, why there's such a difference between cheap pads and expensive. You know, one's either they're really cheap or they're real expensive. Well, that's real easy. When you're buying a saddle pad, what you're looking for, there's certain properties that you want. You want a pad that can absorb energy. You want a pad that can disperse energy and the pressure. And you want a pad that can breathe. And you also want a pad that cleans real easy. And those pads are going to cost you more money. Most of the ones that are real cheap, you know, you can buy for $39.95 or $49. As far as that go, there's pads in the market that $129, and you know it's the old felt pads we used to use years ago. Now, there's nothing wrong with well felt, because what it does is it helps keeps their back cool, absorbs the moisture, but the problem is it doesn't have any pressure management, and it falls apart when you try to clean it. And a clean pad is very important. You know, stops bacteria. If you create bacteria and heat, then the horse gets a sore back. So a good quality pad is worth waiting and buying a good quality pad. A good quality pad is going to cost you, let's say, $200 to $350. Saddle fitting is actually an art, and it's not. And let me see if I can clarify that. If you have the saddle fitted when it's in the winter, when you're not riding it much, it's going to be a larger, wider tree. And then when spring comes and you start riding more, and by summer, it's going to be different. Okay? Or if you have the saddle fitted during the summer, late in the season, where it's a little more muscled, it's going to have a different top line. Then winter comes and you go to ride it, it's going to be too small. When I fit a saddle, I mean, I have 4 or 5 different saddles. I mean, sometimes I'll get horses into training, and before they leave, I've ridden in 3 different saddles because their body's changed. Now, what helps me with that is a pad, a good pad that has good properties to it, good pressure management, can help fill in that. For example, if you have a horse that has a wide back but skinny withers, you know, you're going to need a pad that's built up. Otherwise, your saddle's going to slide forward down the horse's neck. Okay, so and if you got that in custom made, and then you get ready to sell it, then you got to find someone that has that same need. Okay, so when I fit a saddle to a horse, I always keep in mind winter and summer. All right, and I usually work with 2 different sizes or 3. Another interesting thing is some of these little quarter horses don't have any withers. They have a flat back. And most saddle trees have a slow twist in it because that's their back. They have a nice slow slope to it. Okay, but that's good for those kind of horses. But if you have a horse that's kind of flat back and rounded, you almost need bars, what we call mule bars, to accommodate that. Okay, so it's an art. You know, I've seen horses. My first saddle fitting lesson came about 25 years ago, and I was like most cowboys. There were a lot of trainers. One saddle fits all. And someone brought me a saddle. They just picked up a garage sale, and they had me in mind. It was a nice saddle, good quality made, and it was cheap. And I get ready to put it on a horse, and his ears went back, and he got this big old ugly stink face. And so I pulled it off, and I checked the pad, make sure there wasn't any burrs or anything in it. put the saddle back on, cinched it up. Boy, he just didn't like it. And I couldn't understand it. So then I went and got the other saddle that I've been riding him in, put it on, not a problem. That was my first lesson in saddle fitting.
We hope you've enjoyed watching Charles Wilhelm's Ultimate Foundation Horsemanship. Remember, to find out more about Charles and to see how you can get the most out of your relationship with your horse, visit Charles online at charleswilhelm.com.